Hello there, you beautiful people. My name is Willow, and welcome back to Supreme Commander Forge Alliance Forever, where today we're going to be looking at a 2v2 played on the Team Matchmaker and on the map Twin Rivers. I'd like to thank you for joining me today. This is going to be a relatively long cast, so grab your popcorn, grab your ice cream, which is your favorite ice cream. Tell me in the comments. I don't know why I'm all about this, like asking about your favorite ice cream, but you know what? No, today, tell me your favorite sandwich. What's your favorite kind of sandwich? But random questions aside, like or subscribe if you are so inclined to do so. We're very close to reaching 1,000 subscribers, only about 100 away. And, of course, we are going to be introducing these players. But before I do, I'd like to say congratulations to the Duelist. He is a colleague of mine. I know in a recent cast, everybody was like, "It's colleague, you dumb fuck." Yes, he is a peer and my colleague, and I want to support him as much as possible. There will be a link to his channel down in the description. We're going to start introducing our players with the yellow UEF, who is doing a bomber first opener by the name of Floppy. Very spicy. Going to have to keep track of that bomber as soon as it comes out. But to do that, we need to introduce our players quickly. So going to his teammate. Wow, cannot speak. Going to his teammate. We're going to call him Zwei, but it's Zwerzak, something like that. Then we can go ahead and check up on to Team 2, the Gray Cybern, who is a Patreon supporter of mine. His name is Nogthar, and he has gone first land. And his ally, the Blue UEF, he's been on the channel a few times. His name is RLO, and he has gone first land. And that's all of our players introduced. Let's go ahead and swap to the Floppy Cam, which is something I'm very happy to say. And he is going to be sending this bomber across, going to try and pick off some engineers, is the assumed target of any T1 bomber that was rushed out so early. You need to kill off the engineers because building this bomber slowed you down. You have to use it to slow down the enemy. The first bomb does not manage to kill off the engineer, which is very unfortunate. That engineer's surviving just barely via the use of his very smooth moves and sweet talking, but he's not going to get around to because he is, of course, dead now at the hands of this oh so amazing piece of technology called fire. It's led to so many interesting inventions and betterment of mankind, and now it's being used to end things rightly. If you want to end them rightly, please remove the pommel by unthreading it. God, this is such an old meme. Bomber coming in, looks like it wants to drop on that engineer, but kind of just fails to. There is a Sky Slammer now out onto the field. It's going to be able to fire upon the bomber. Looked like there were maybe two, but at least one Sky Slammer out on the field. The bomber gonna have to run away from this threat. It is under some heavy fire, and it's going to need to retreat, otherwise it will die. Does drop some bombs onto a mole and an engineer, killing both tragically in the flames of war. Many die, and unfortunately the civilians are always the ones who get it the worst. And with that, it's going to kill off maybe a Mantis, maybe? Oh, Mantis survives with 19 HP, and we can stop tracking it for now because not much is going to be going on. I don't think he got the value he was maybe hoping for on that Scorcher. Sure, the Scorcher is still alive, but at this point not going to be slowing down the expansion of his opponents any more than it already has. It has set Araloa back a little bit with the killing of that engineer. It looks like he went pretty heavy onto getting his second factory, so that engineer just kind of wasn't built. It was replaced by getting another factory up. So it's going to be a bit slow going for him, but he does have infrastructure now to start building things quickly. He just needs to get the mass income, which just basically means build some mass extractors, you dumb fuck. That was very aggressive. It was aggressively happy. I'm aggressively happy. My name is Floppy. No, it's not. The name of this player is Floppy, and he is, of course, getting harassed quite heavily by a Striker and a Snoop. Not quite the combo that is the Mech Marine Snoop combo, but is a big enough combo to lead to the death of an engineer, which is much not nice, not as entertaining as the death of a salesman. But the T1 bomber still alive, 3 kills, almost a rank of veterancy. And just kind of chilling on that side island. Speaking of the side islands, we're going to have to see if either team can manage to get an advantage there. There are 4 mass extractors each, 8 in total on the side islands. And maybe, oh, there we go. That is, that's one dead bomber, did not get very much done. Poor Zwei, not able to use that bomber to inflict any pain, mentally or physically, on his opponents. And, yeah, but as I was speaking about the islands, both relatively important. It's not game-ending if you don't get either island, but getting both of them is very nice. And, we'll probably see a transport or a cliff build sometime in the next couple of minutes. Mantis now in the back line trying to kill off a mass extractor built up by Zwei. Nogthar hoping for more than I think he's going to achieve, as this Mantis is going to die to a couple of Thoms. Over here on the western side, that Striker did not manage to kill off either of the mass extractors. Getting the Engineer was a pretty good kind of situation. Engineer can't go over here and reclaim these rocks, which would have been nice for Floppy. But, alas, not going to happen. But not killing off the mass extractors also hurts, because that means that Floppy doesn't necessarily need to send another engineer out here to rebuild them, which is your goal with killing off mass extractors that are extraneous to the main base. You kind of just want to force your opponent to keep doing things. Don't let them be lazy. Don't let them be complacent. Force them to be honest. And Zwei now pushing up with the comm. He is losing a couple of units to the comm of Nogthar, who came up playing a little bit aggressive with the comm. It does look like Zwei has an advantage in numbers of units, but of course the most important thing in these early fights before you have, say, 50, 60 units on each side is the comm micro. You can have a 10 to 20 unit advantage and lose because the opponent uses their comm better. Zwei now going to start killing off Mantis. Mantis need to fall back. These Mantis staying here is a mistake. But not gonna happen. Looks like Overcharge has been accessed by Zwei, has managed to build a energy storage. In fact, he has two, and gonna continue to throw shots out here. Gonna kill off more and more Mantis. This is damage that did not need to happen. 8 kills onto the comm versus 3 of Nogthar. He's getting a lot more value out of his commander. T2 now on the way for Floppy, who's going to be, of course, getting those higher tech structures, going to be building up those fire bases, the bases of the utmost fire capabilities. We already know the man is very fond of fire. Still has a C1 bomber. Just deciding to make sure the island can't be snuck away from him. A T1 engineer drop out from Nogthar means this island most likely going to be in the hands of Nogthar for the foreseeable future. No real effort coming out from Zwei or Floppy to take the side islands. Now we have Floppy under a little bit of threat. There is the comm of RLO along with a bunch of units over here trying to stop this upgrade. I don't think this has a great chance of stopping the upgrade. Sure, a lot of units for Floppy are going to die, but Floppy still has the comm here. These tanks will be slowly cleaned up by their comm. It's like a really, really tanky T2 PD right now. I'm not going to call it a T1. It doesn't have the DPS of T1 PD. Or maybe it does. I'm not quite sure what the DPS of a comm is. I know, what is it, like 120 for a T1 PD. The units of RLO along with the comm force back. T1 bomber coming back out to pick up some more kills. Nope, this is a different T1 bomber, but has already surpassed his opponent, only killing off 2 units, but getting a rank of veterancy means that he will slowly heal up. Now there's a bunch of engineers over here, probably should be reclaiming, but they're not out from RLO. Those engineers may go down momentarily. T2 now finished up for Floppy. He's going to start building triads, and he gets a lot of reclaim right here. I hope he does start getting on top of that reclaim. Such an important part of the game. If you take anything away from my advice to lower rated players, the first one is don't turtle, and the second one is, of course, to reclaim, and more shit counters less shit. Those are the 3 things. If you don't turtle, you reclaim more, and you build a lot of production and get a lot of units out in the field, you're going to win a lot more than you are right now if you are doing none of those 3. If you are turtling, if you aren't focusing on having a lot of units, and you aren't doing reclaim, you're probably not doing too well in games yourself. We now have Zwei pushing forward. Kills off a mass extractor and a radar. Does have the gun upgrade on the comm now, so a relatively beefy threat now as he pushes back Nogthar towards his main base. He's got very little ground left to give up, so he needs to make a stand and make it known that he will not follow, or he will not roll over and give up. He will not die on this day, but he will stand strong and fight off his opponents wherever they may be. RLO, on the other hand, is kind of, he's been putting on pressure, but now he's starting to possibly fall behind. Floppy is turtling hard. Floppy does not want units coming near him, and he's making that known with a bunch of triads and other point defense. But T1 bombers out, causing harassment, causing pain, causing upset stomach feelings for RLO as he realizes he is but a animal stuck to the ground, has not quite figured out the magic technology of air-based travel, and he is going to be stuck here for the foreseeable future until he builds up an interceptor force. He's going to be getting bombed. We have a push now out from Zwei to attack the army and the base of our Gray Cybran, Nogthar. Zwei continuing to push on this, but he's going to be pushed back. There's enough units out from Nogthar and the units out from RLO showing up to help, but the units for Nogthar, there's not very many Mantis left, and Zwei going to be pushed back. His army diminished, his forces whittled down by the attritional war of numbers, and he's going to be over here with the quality portion, but not quite the quantity. We see Ilshivas coming down the back line. I'm going to be able to use those to put a lot of pressure out onto the field, especially on the Nogthar, who I do not believe is T2 yet. We do have T2 finished up for RLO, but no, we do have T2 finished up for Nogthar. Nogthar managing to get to T2 quite rapidly. He's going to build up an engineer or two, but needs rhinos. I think rhinos are the order of the day to deal with this. He has a lot of factories, and he's going to be able to build a lot of stuff, but the stuff ain't good enough anymore. Once your opponent starts spamming out T2 units, you're going to have some trouble. We have tactical missile defense being built up. We have an Ilshiva dropped on this island, which is going to die. Well, that Ilshiva could have been more impactful, but wasn't. And the island to the north finally looking to be claimed by Floppy, who's dropping multiple sets of engineers, and he is now coming over here to drop engineers into the backline. Is this a drop to try and build factories and mess up RLO? Because if it is, that might be genius if it's not spotted, but unfortunately I think that Floppy's he's not going to be lucky enough. Wow! The radar just barely doesn't see it. Damn, Floppy coming in with the plays. Oh, there's no way. It's on radar now. Yeah, it's spotted. They can see it. The question is, did they see it or did they see it? Because, like, you can see it without seeing it. As in, yeah, sure, it exists. Yeah, sure, you can see it physically, but did you see it? That's the thing. Did he actually look? Cerberus turret now built up. The Calm of Zwei still pushing forward, still causing trouble. Nogthar down to half HP. Not a very happy time whatsoever. PD now being built by that drop in the backline, and looks like some run-by attempts coming out from Floppy. Zwei now gonna start falling back. He's managed to deal some... He's just kind of killed off point defense, and he's getting cut off by RLO with a bunch of units in the backline, but Nogthar can't use the comm to pressure, and Nogthar being unable to use the comm means that Zwei is going to be in a heap of trouble, but I don't think he's going to be in range of death, if that makes sense. It doesn't seem as though this is going to be a deadly attack, but that being said, if Shift G is used correctly, and if you don't know how to use Shift G correctly, I have a guide on it. Zwei may die here. Zwei is definitely dead. If no Shift G comes out, Zwei definitely dies. He has Elshivas about to be dropped. They may be enough to save him. He needs to get a rank of veterancy. He's far away from a rank of veterancy. No, the units! Oh, he just needs to right-click on Zwei. Zwei, so low on health, has to keep on killing off units. He has to kill off so many more to get a rank of veterancy. Even a T1 bomber is a real threat at the moment. But these 3 Elshivas dropped by the transport, possibly going to be the saviors of Zwei, down to 1,000 HP and possibly falling lower. Oh, down under 1,000 HP, but the units, they just dissipate just a fraction too slow. just a little bit too slow on dealing the damage. A T1 bomber now out, but is it enough? Is the question. Multiple T1 bombers need to be targeted onto that comm. Need to stop just kind of hovering around here doing nothing. Zwei now under attack in the backline as his opponent RLO. Well, not really his opponent. I guess this would be the opponent of Floppy. But Floppy's doing what he can. He has bombers out here trying to help, but Zwei needs to get into the water. Even if he gets this rank of veterancy, he's not going to win against another gun comm. The health disadvantage is too great. Zwei needs to continue to run. Bomber still harassing Zwei, but not nearly enough bombers to kill him off. RLO now pushing Zwei back. Floppy has made a crucial mistake, and that is not having an army. If he had an army, he could be threatening on this side. He can PD creep, but that's slow. He can try and just use his comm to bully over here, but right now it really is Nogthar and RLO versus Zwei, as Floppy is just not contributing a whole ton to this fight being waged. This war on the southeastern side of the central area. That's a weird way to say it. Southeastern side of the central island. This, technically, I've had this discussion before and everybody's like, oh, these two are islands. No, if it's twin rivers, this is a river, this is a river, this has to be an island, right? Or I guess none of them could be islands, but, like, there's no reason to believe that there's water all the way around this area of land. So, I know we call it island, I know it's just semantics, but still, the landmass to the south and the landmass to the north does not have the same ring as Northern Island, Southern Island. My ADD kicked in for a second there. I don't know if you all noticed. Ilshiva's holding the line. RLO determined to deal some kind of critical death blow onto the likes of Zwei. I know everybody's like, you use that word way too much, you use that phrase way too much, but you try sitting here talking for hours on end and not just say stuff that's probably the wrong way of using it. It's difficult. And just saying Zwei over and over it gets old quickly. And if I say the Red Seraphim, it sounds weird, so sue me. Alright, here we go. Ilshiva's trying to defend against the hordes of UEF and Cybran assaulting their position. Rhinos, Strikers, Mantis, Pillars, they're all here, and they're all here in force. A ghetto gunship out from Floppy in an attempt to kill off RLO, or at least hurt him, but man, Floppy is starting off bomber first, going ghetto gunship. He should just play Aeon. Play the cheesy faction. Go Chrono, because it's cheesy as fuck. And be annoying. If you want to be annoying, play Aeon. I'm annoying, that's why I play Aeon. Aeon is the faction for all of the shite-meisters out here. All of the people here to just get under your skin and really, really just make you feel something. They're the emotional faction. It's about feelings, not numbers with Aeon. That's why we're religious. It looks like the attack of RLO, though well-intentioned, is going to be a complete and utter failure, and is just going to dump a bunch of mass right here for the picking for Zwei, because he's going to be forced back now, because there's point defense and a ton of Ilshivas, and he's going to need to come up with a new strategy, because attacking them with T2 units is not working. And know when to cut your losses. Know when to hold them. Know when to fold them. Know when to walk away. Know when to run. Da-da-da-da. Know when to copyright claim me. Da-da-da-da. Oh, I'm getting copyright claim today. Woo! Nano repair finishing up now on Zwei, and he's just gonna go straight for T2. Also, this was a massive mistake. Zwei, if you're watching this was stupid. You could have gotten T2 first. If you were gonna get T2 anyways, get T2 first before you get your gun upgrade. Before you get, well, the gun upgrade that's different. But like, if you're gonna get 2 upgrades back to back, make sure the engineering suite is the first one. It does just genuinely make it faster. Doing it the other way around means you at the very least have to wait the full timer on both. And if you get T2 first, then that means that you can use your resources faster and maybe build it faster, but even if you can't, then you're using the same resource, you know what I mean? It's just better. Get your T2 before you get Nano. If you're gonna get both, get T2 first. Also, T2 is faster than Nano, just like base T2 is faster than Nano. Nano takes 3 minutes, T2 takes 1:40. So you could have had T2 faster and it would have been more health quicker. Because it immediately gives you the health bonus. Good gun on ACU, says Zwei, speaking to his ally Floppe. You're living dangerously there. I don't think he's living dangerously. Holy crap. I kind of need to say, Zwei, your teammates built the wall. And he's making the enemy pay for it, I think. Because Floppy has 17 T2 PD at the 20-minute mark. That is significantly more than most players can achieve. Even the fire-based people, like, they build a shield and then they build like 5 or 10 PD. He's literally just putting point defense all the way across the map. It's really beautiful. Did you know that there's 17 triads in this picture and about to be more than that? There's an ever-present increase in triad production. I mean, how many is he at now? Is he at 20 yet? No, he's not. Hot damn. Okay. Well, that's interesting. And like, it's not like this is a long queue. He is literally just like one by one building the triads. He hasn't just queued this up and forgot about it somehow. Alright, we have another attack happening. Zwei trying to use the T2 gun nanocom, the Rambo com as it were, to kill off all of the forces of RLO, and it's doing a pretty fine job of it. We have some pillars over here, just doing pillar things. So, what's Nogthar doing? Like, he's still producing units and everything, but he's getting T3 on the land factory, which is... You know what? I'm down. Let's get T3 air. Or T3 land. We have T2 air now finished up for Floppy, who is going to build some Janus and try and be annoying with him. Zwei now falling back to his main base, or not. Maybe going to continue to be aggressive. Floppy! Yeah, okay, man. I got it. You have enough PD. You have enough. You were wondering, I don't know if it's enough. It's enough. It's 1 second. We'll just do this. We'll do the, where's the intel thing? Strategic ranges. Let's just do selection. Literally anywhere inside the red circle or the red oval, he is a triad that can shoot. He's covered off the entire island. This is ridiculous. But at the same time, it's oh so juicy, isn't it? this ever-present war on this flank. Really, despite all of the fighting, surprisingly little happening. Let's go ahead and check in on the economies and reclaim numbers. Overall reclaim, Team 2 ahead. Team 2 did have a lot of fighting down here, and they've been diligent. They've been reclaiming this entire time, still reclaiming, mostly by Nogthar, who is currently in the lead economically, sitting at 145 mass a second, while his ally is on 33. 65 for Floppy, and Zwei at 45. Nogthar running away economically and is going to be a dangerous man very, very soon. He's about to be able to mass produce T3 land units. Nobody in this match other than him is at that kind of economy. And it's thanks to him reclaiming. As I said, reclaim and build a bunch of shit. That's all you gotta do. And that's what he's doing. He's doing it real good. He's also ecoing relatively decently. He's doing a good job ecoing. He seemingly, after this drop with that PD, it was eventually cleaned up and now is going to be handed over to him. He has a tactical missile launcher over here with 4 kills and some amount of veterancy. He seems to kill off this stuff. There was a tactical missile defense over here in the main base, but not over here, so a little bit of damage done by that, but nothing significant. Now Zwei is going to rebuild that in just a little bit of time. And Zwei and Floppy are approaching the southern side again. I'd like to point out that the northern side of the map does exist, and both teams have forgotten about it. You could do something very sneaky. We have Janus, looks like some kind of harass over here, probably Janus or something else related. We have a bunch of Stinger gunships now being built by RLO, and yeah, things have calmed down a little bit. Let's go ahead and speed up while we wait for things to pick up again. I know it's been quite, what's the word? It's been quite exciting thus far, but let's keep it exciting. And it's a very long replay, so I do not mind missing a few things while there's not much going on. A bunch of T1 anti-air have been built, but not nearly enough to deal with this. A flak goes down. The Stinger gunships going to be able to kill off this presence that's been built up by Floppy. There's not nearly enough interceptors out from Floppy to take... Wow. The interceptors kill off all of the gunships, along with some help from the ground-to-air variety. But Nogthar really just not getting very much done with all of those interceptors. Didn't manage to kill off the enemies. Interceptors very well whatsoever. It looks like Floppy has remembered that half of the map exists and is looking to threaten it with his T2 army. We have bricks being made, and not an insignificant amount. There's already 5 bricks. 5 bricks is probably enough to kill off all of these Ilshivas. Actually, maybe not all of them. It'll kill off a lot of those Ilshivas. But bricks are being made very, very quickly, and it's a problem. It's a problem for Team 1. Team 1 kind of had some momentum in the early game and really pushed Nogthar in particular back. But it's starting to come... The chickens are coming home to roost. The fact that Nogthar has been allowed to eco up so consistently and get so much economy behind him, it's scary now. Because he's T3 on land, and nobody on the other side can really contest him. You can argue they have T2 air, so they can just build gunships. That's not a good argument. That's the argument of somebody who's losing, and going to lose. Ilshivas dropped onto this island. Does look like this is enough Ilshivas to kill this off. Maybe a Cerberus or 2 could go up, but 8 Ilshivas is a lot to ask for Cerberus to deal with. Nogthar having power issues as he's building up more power, trying to continue the production of bricks, but multiple T3 land factories use up a lot of power. Not as much as a T3 air factory where it can use up thousands, but they use up hundreds of power a second, and that's difficult. We have a drop of Ilshivas now coming into the backline to threaten Nogthar. RLO on a transport, which is dicey to say the best. RLO gonna drop... He could just drop the comm here. The comm can kill those Ilshivas. Wow, drops literally on the Ilshivas. Interesting way to do it. RLO gonna take a lot of damage here, but probably not gonna die. A couple of mass extractors going down. It's not a huge It's not a huge problem, not necessarily ideal. We have Navy now being built. T2 Navy about to finish up for Floppy. We could see some of those ever so present governor... Wow, this died again. Those ever so present governor cruisers, which seem to show up anytime the UEF hit T2. Sometimes they build governors instead of destroyers, like as their first few ships. I don't get that. I don't get the entire build cruisers earlier. I don't know why I'm talking about like naval tactics on Navy maps. This isn't a Navy map. There is a Navy. It's not a Navy map. A large push now out from RLO, heading towards Floppy. And Floppy just doesn't have enough stuff here. And speaking of large forces, there's a large force of bricks now starting to negotiate their way towards Zwei. The army of RLO is going to be getting into the base of Floppy momentarily. And it's going to be a big problem. Janus are going to come in, going to try and deal with this. I don't see any boxers here, so the sky boxers, so shouldn't be a oh, never mind, there's a sky boxer right there. There it goes. And the army's just gonna start pushing in here. There's really not much to oppose all of this, so the army of RLO going to make its way in, gonna start killing off mass extractors and other various things. On the other side, it does look like there's been enough Zooey spam. God, Zooeys. Ugh. To push the bricks back, even kill off a few of the bricks, but the T2 static artillery over here is really what is keeping Zwei from being overrun right now. That and the so powerful Rambo comm that the Seraphim can produce. This army out from RLO still making progress, about to start killing off T2 power generators, which is actually it's going to be a problem. The shield's going to go down, and the trebuchets will be able to effectively fire back into the T2 artillery. Rhinos. Wow, he was gifted some rhinos? Interesting. Rhinos, pillars, the likes starting to go to town over here. RLO lost a ton of his stuff to what? Oh, there was pillars. There was a run. Either there was a run by of pillars or a bunch of units got dropped over here. And wow. Okay, I'm just missing everything. A ton of progress now made by Zweirek and Floppy. Now they've gotten into the back line. They've killed off some of the economy of Nogthar, and RLO has no economy left to his name, really. He's got 15 mass a second. That is a poor man. And he's lost his... He didn't lose his T2 air, but he's in a rough spot as it's kind of Nogthar versus Floppy and Zwei now. Zwei, with his air production facilities in the back, are gonna go down. They don't really have a great solution to this giant run-by. They have some units, but they need these units to start getting in here and killing off some enemies, if you know what I mean. Like, is kind of... Yeah, this is just bad. This is upsetting, to say the least, for Zwei and Floppy. Losing a lot. They got so much done over here, but they're losing a lot. Now we have a governor inbound, which is going to compound the issue that RLO is facing. Nogthar needs to start making moves. This tech advantage, he needs to use it. This area is probably unassailable, but I'm sure there's an area he could use these forces. And he's kind of just not. Like, he has so many bricks. He has 22 bricks. That's a decent amount of bricks, and he's not able to bring them to bear on anything, which he kind of needs to do. Ilshiva's now in the main base of RLO and just kind of killing off everything that stands. So it's RLO is kind of just out of the match. He's kind of forced out. Just in general forced out, and that's unfortunate. T3 air has finished up for Nogthar. which is a good thing. T3 land is finished up for Zwei. Nogthar is going to be able to start using possibly strat bombers to just deal immeasurable damage to the economies of Zwei. I guess it is very manageable, measurable, but you know what I mean. The T2 land HQ and the T2 air HQ, I think, are going to survive this, which is surprising is the word I would use. The fact that both survive was highly unlikely, but is apparently true. Oh, wait, maybe not. Maybe the Ilshivas have enough. Never mind, the air HQ goes down. But Nogthar, with 130-ish mass a second and T3 land and air, should be able to get quite a bit done. He sent his bricks in, but there wasn't enough here to break through. I don't know if I agree with it. I wouldn't have gone for right here. This is the area that was the most built up. He's attacking where his opponent wants to be attacked. I say up here where there's kind of less, there's no shielding, no special stuff to help. Would have been a better call, but he's producing a lot of bricks. Is he having issues with mass or power? He's having issues keeping his mass up. He needs to continue to build up more mass. Another drop over here out from Zwei. Zwei constantly dropping. Zwei also managing to take over this island with the drop of all of those Ilshivas earlier, managing to kill off everything. So both islands now in the hands of Team 1. Team 1 just somewhat ahead. Nogthar was in a very strong position, but he's kind of just losing it because here soon he's going to be matched on economy by Zwei at least, if not both Zwei and Floppy, who are getting assumedly some T3 mass extractors soon. And his ally is just kind of out of the match. Ilshiva's dropped over here, having a lot of trouble just stopping these drops from happening. And where's the comm of RLO? And now there's governors over on the northern side just causing issues for RLO. RLO really just... How much mass a second is he actually generating? 9. And that's about to go down even further because there's now Zooies in the backline killing off his stuff. Transports getting surprisingly not a very much higher than 1 number of kills on the Zooies. Those transports working as makeshift gunships for now. They work against T1 at least. And there's now bricks fighting off an army that is just kind of meandering in towards them. I mean, the bricks need to move. Zooies can trade effectively with bricks if the bricks don't move. Bricks need to avoid some of the Zooie damage. Monkey Lord now on the way for Nogthar. If he can build that quickly, there's a chance that he could just kind of use it to break the defenses. The first attack with the bricks was enough to really do some substantial damage to the defenses. It wasn't really killing them off, but it was enough to kind of just stop them from stopping a Monkey Lord. Beforehand, they may have had a chance, but I think a Monkey Lord could break through that and even maybe get into the main base. Zwei couldn't kill a Monkey Lord, I don't think, without more than 1 shield. You'd need multiple shields and multiple overcharges. And also probably needs to build more E-storage to get a bigger overcharge. Overall, economically, 93 mass a second for Nogthar. He's actually fallen in mass generation. And 116 for Floppy, Zwei at 132, so Nogthar just now behind. Nogthar and RLO have really made this game a roller coaster. Early on, Nogthar having troubles with dealing with the aggression coming out from Zwei, and RLO coming over to save the day, and now RLO is kind of just desperate. He's nothing left of his main base. These governors able to just really destroy his entire game plan here. And along with, of course, drops and whatever mainly killed off his base that I kind of missed, and I apologize for that. I was also watching over here, and it all kind of happened at the same time. But now Zwei and Floppy in very strong positions. It's almost hard to lose from this point, but a Monkey Lord showing up where they don't expect it could be a possible game changer. Now using deceivers to hide his forces as trebuchets fire into the firebase. We have a ton of Notha bombers, which may have been going for a snipe on RLO, but decide to call off last second. And T3 air production can probably start here soon, maybe after the Monkey Lord finishes. Monkey Lord halfway done. More governors in production. ASF about to be shot down by governors, but ASF going to kill off a couple of Nothas. He needs to build more ASF, and he needs to stop flying over governors. Oh, wow, that shield... How did that shield not take damage? Looked like that shield should have taken damage. More shields being thrown up by Floppy. And sniper bots now being produced by Zwei. He's going to also make a T3 power generator. Monkey Lord, 77% done and rising. Monkey Lord's going to be done very soon. Do they know about the Monkey Lord? They don't. Wow. Wow, this is bad scouting. They haven't seen his... Look, just look at this. Look how different this is. There is so much they don't know about. That's interesting. Wow, okay. But Monkey Lord, now on the way. Going to be finishing up relatively soon. And I guess it's Monkey Lord brick push for the win. They need to win with the Monkey Lord brick push. Because right now Nogthar doesn't really have a chance against their forces. If Zwei and Floppy are just allowed to start producing up a whole bunch of stuff, Nogthar isn't going to have a chance, and RLO sure as hell doesn't have a chance if Nogthar doesn't. The Monkey Lord finishes, Zwei and Floppy see it. So they know what's coming, they know it's there, they managed to get a scout in time. There's enough air forces to protect the Monkey Lord. I'd like to see him continue to produce ASF though. And there's enough supporting forces in the form of bricks to mean that the Monkey Lord isn't walking in alone. They have to kill off both the bricks and the Monkey Lord for this to be effective. Also, the comma Floppy is still dangerously close to the front line. They saw the Monkey Lord. Floppy shouldn't be here anymore. Floppy needs to run. If Floppy stays here, that is one good way to throw the game. It is team matchmaker, so it is going to be full share, but it's very questionable to stay here. Especially since you're going to need vision, since deceivers are a thing and they are fucking your day up right now. They don't know where the army is. Wow, this is a scary picture. Damn, this is scary. Your units are just dying, you can't see anything. You fly over, you see a Monkey Lord and a bunch of bricks out of nowhere. Fail XD. Wow, just cannot see anything. Omni would be amazing right now. The Monkey Lord's gonna walk in first. I think you walk them in together. You walk them in together, right? Yes, walk them in together. Don't just let them throw all of the damage into the Monkey Lord and kill it off before your bricks get there. That is not the call. Floppy needs to start running. Floppy realizes this, but is it too late? It feels too late. It feels like if Nogthar wanted, Floppy dies. But Nogthar seems to be pretty content not to kill Floppy. Maybe now he wants to kill Floppy. I don't know. Floppy taking a lot of damage and Floppy dies. So that is our first player ejected here. The 43-minute mark did not feel that long. Kaboom! And the Monkey Lord's going to fall back. The bricks are going to replace it, so something else that's dangerous can come up and start taking the shots. The Monkey Lord still very much so alive, very much so healthy, has 20,000 HP, and the bricks are going to start pushing in, but this is a key moment. He has to. It is imperative right now that Nogthar continues to press the advantage. It's full share. If you're playing Team Matchmaker, you should know it's full share. It being full share means no, you do not let them survive with all of their teammates' stuff. You kill them. That chicken needs to finish in the next 20 seconds. And I personally don't see it happening. Yeah, that chicken has to finish in the next 20 seconds or that chicken dies. Or never gets to finish, I should say. The units for Nogthar starting to push in, starting to cause trouble for the base of Zwei. Zwei's still putting up a decent fight, but he just doesn't have the units here to counter this. It looks like his sniper bots are either dead or they're just not dealing enough damage to these bricks to kill them off. The calm of Zwei now under threat. We're going to turn this off. Zwei falling dangerously low on HP, down into the red. How much HP does Zwei have? Zwei's got 2,000 HP left. Oh, and he's at max vet. He does have nano repair, which means he's going to repair a lot. But bricks deal a lot of damage. Like, a lot of damage. They stop. Oh, man. Why would you stop the bricks? You almost had Zwei. He almost hadn't killed. But right now, Zwei might just be dead either way. Maybe he's just trying to play the safer option. But Zwei is pretty much... I don't think he can come back from this. He just lost a ton of economy. Sure, he still has 300 mass a second, but he's going to have trouble spending it here soon. And he just doesn't have an answer to the bricks and the Monkey Lord. He's going to be chased back here. He has a T2 transport, so he could feasibly get away, but even that's risky. If he's seen on a T2 transport, he dies. He got a T3 naval factory, and he's now going to produce a ace, which is a T3 nuclear submarine for the UEF. So, yeah, bricks are just they're just tearing through everything. The entire mainland is forfeit now. He can't produce enough to stop this tide of units. The Monkey Lord's regenerated a fuck ton of health and is up to 40k health. He gets on a transport, which does mean he gets to survive a little bit longer. A scout out from RLO will see it. The transport will get shot at by the Monkey Lord, bringing it down to 1300 HP. He's going to drop into the water. The ace is halfway done. How much does he have the mass to finish this? Is the question. If he gets the ace done, is that even enough? Is there an anti-nuke? There isn't right now, but if this gets spotted, there's definitely an anti-nuke on the way. We have Percival's coming back to try and deal with the bricks and the Monkey Lord. Monkey Lord is getting close to dying thanks to all of the triads in the base. And Monkey Lord goes down. You know what? I think this will be my thumbnail, and I'll put like giant yellow text that says, "Here lies my hero." I know the song is "There Goes My Hero. Watch him as he goes." That was a hero, Monkey Lord. And another one's about to finish, so all of the effort to kill that one Monkey Lord doesn't matter. There's a scout that probably spotted the construction of a of the ace. Zwei calls out the GG, and I kind of agree. This force of trebuchet is slowly going to kill off all of the bases. The mainland is just dead. Zwei is kind of ostracized to the sidelands. Oh yeah, I like the name. The Sidelands! The northern sideland and the southern sideland. The Sidelandians are quite out of the control recently. We should remind them who's in charge. Us mainland is much better. I don't know why I'm being a mainland elitist, but still. Oh man. If you're a mainlander, like and subscribe and tell me it in the comments. If you're already subscribed, you are a mainlander. You just don't know it. You're part of the upper echelons of society. Oh man. Whew. It's not that funny, but I find it really funny. That's 5 Percivals that are gonna walk over here and kill off a bunch of, well, the trebuchets are already kind of dead, so yeah, this is just a slow burn where things are gonna die for Zwei on the mainland, where he's been forced to abdicate his position. Oh, it's so sad. He's now a sidelander. I'm gonna have to look down on him. Shame on him, falling from grace, as it were. And Zwei doesn't even finish the nuke sub, does he? This is sadness. Alright. I'm speeding it up. It's times 10 time. It's plus 10 time. Zwei is gonna have to come up with something better than this to convince me the game's not over and he's not just stalling. This is a very slow end, but it is an end. He's using Mantis to repair... Wait, 1 second. I have to wait for the Monkey Lord to finish walking, but I have to see this. Stop walking the Monkey Lord! Oh my god. The madman. New thumbnail. Oh my god. It's so beautiful! Also, did you know that's how they animate the Monkey Lord laser? It's not actually a smooth animation. It just flips a bunch, and whenever you speed it up to normal speed... Oh wait, no, never mind. It is a smooth animation. Wow. Is it? At certain speeds, it is a smooth animation, isn't it? No? Yes? No, yeah, it just does flip. It just kind of looks smooth. Alright. I don't know why I'm... ADHD, ADD, whatever you want to call it, caught up with me. It got me all fucked up. The ace is done? He does have a nuke sub. It is building a nuke. Slowly but surely. He is indeed building a nuke. He has a lot of power now built up, so... And he's gonna be getting up... wow, he's really tryharding. Props to Zwei for tryharding. Gotta give it to him. And I've been saying his name wrong the entire time. Somebody in the comments is like, how dare you? But an anti-nuke is finished. So... that's interesting. It's kind of just, how do you want to end the game time? Does he want to end the game by... well, he's going to build a strategic launcher of his own. How dare you have the audacity to try and nuke a mainlander? I'll have to teach you sidelanders a thing or two about nuclear weapons and mutually assured destruction. Because I'm mutually assured that your destruction is imminent. I don't know why, but I find this very fun. Advanced nano repair on the way. That's not gonna happen. He doesn't have... he still has a strong economy. Like, that's still a really strong economy. It's surprisingly strong, to be completely honest. He's building a lot of power generators. Wow! Does he he really has a chance in this? 1 second. You have to slow this back down. Like, it's not a good chance, but there is still a possibility. Okay, he's launching a nuke. It's not gonna work. There is anti-nuke now finished. In fact, almost 2 of them loaded, so even if he got 2 nukes off at once right now, I think if he launches another nuke right now, maybe it doesn't finish in time. Nuke launcher, halfway done. At this point, I would control K. But I'm not Zwei. I don't have the resolve of this man using the Monkey Lord to kill off the Naval Factory. I'm still not convinced though. Like, what's his end game? How does he actually... Okay, we have bricks being dropped to kill off this island. That does not help the case of Zwei. He's about to finish Nano Repair, the advanced version. He's about to be able to launch another nuke, which is nice. Ras on the way. Monkey Lord, 5 vet Monkey Lord with a 73,000 mass killed just from killing off all of that base stuff. Nuke is 70% done. Do they know where the comm is? No, they don't. Okay. I mean, they will soon. I'm pretty sure this has Omni, doesn't it? Or, well, it doesn't even need Omni. It can just see Zwei. Okay, so it knows Zwei is there. He's trying to ground fire Zwei, which doesn't work. I don't know. He's just right on top of Zwei, who is still getting Ras. Which may finish soon. Nuke is done.
Strategic launch detected.
Strategic launch out from Zwei towards the main base, yet again, will be shot down. He's starting T3. But a nuke is about to be launched on him. Yeah, you just launched the nuke at the comm. The comm's upgrading. It has to cancel the upgrade, then it has to move. It's not even that far away. He's gonna nuke his own monkey, but still. Whoa. Wait, does he have enough time to get away? Does he have enough time? That's the question. Wait, is the monkey's gonna block him from moving? The monkey blocked him. Was it enough? Oh, the monkey blocked him just enough. Zwei goes down thanks to the Monkey Lord blocking the shot. Oh, is the monkey still alive? No, the 5 vet monkey dies to the nuke, but he takes Zwei down with him. Oh, man. Oh, well played indeed. GG, well played. Thank you all for watching. You all have been beautiful. Thank you to my patrons, Timothy Calderwood, Sergeant Syphilis, Nogthar, you see Nightmare, Idlebait Zoid, Mutant Gene Pool, and there's one of, I know it used to be Ack and Bosch, but I think their name changed to something else. It'll show up in the end. I need to learn the new one. But you all are beautiful. See ya in the next one. Bye-bye.